what are you willing to do then, I guess, on camera?
Well, anything as long as it's not shown on Twitch.
Anything as long as it's not shown on Twitch.
Did you know that if you have Amazon Prime membership, you also get a Twitch Prime sub for free? You can use your Twitch Prime for a free subscription to any channel you want.
Me.
If you subscribe to wtfmoses, you will have access to all sub emotes, have early access to custom games, and a better chance to win giveaways. So subscribe now, or I'll never get any more chocolate.
All right, going to Pecado. Not messing around. I like it. Lots of people going to Pecado. Going for vehicle, maybe, looks like. Nope. Pulling into the residentials. Alrighty. The old Winchester revolver combo. I think he just missed a vest. Did he? Oh, almost. There we go. All right. Just a brief overview of Pecado while he finishes up his initial loot. People go casino and arena all the time. You can see there's a bunch of people over there, as well as the hotel. So landing in this area is not as dangerous as the casino and the hotel. You might not get access to the better loot that the arena would provide, but you're also not really putting yourself in like dire danger right away. So he's got himself an M4. That's probably going to be the only thing he's going to be able to use here in the early game. Got the level 2 helmet, level 2 vest. So I've said this in the past. It's important to get the bare essentials, and really at this point, a backpack is part of those bare essentials, but ultimately getting yourself fight ready with a helmet and a vest and a gun, that's the best you can hope for, or that's the best you can do, and that's the best you can hope for. That's fine. So don't worry about not having a backpack right away. He has found one now, so he is, in my opinion, ready to go. Doesn't have all the attachments you might want, but he's got himself a silenced M4, level 2 gear, and he's ready to go. So the one thing that happens a lot, especially in Pecado, is that people will get tied up into these gunfights, especially in arena, and they won't be able to get that gear because they'll have to clear out their area first. So you have to get a gear, you have to get all your gear, and then you have to you have to kill everyone, and then you have to try and get your gear afterwards, which means you're going to be low on health and taking damage and that kind of stuff. It can be a little bit dangerous. But if you land in an area like Blackshot has here, you can get that gear and the weapon, and then still have the benefit of having lots of players around you afterwards while being prepared. So I like that strategy for Pecado. It's not my personal strategy, but that's something that can work for you if you want to land hot, but you don't want to land so hot that you're having to like fight for your life immediately. So watching those transition spots, you can hear the shots. You can't, but I can. So you can see your Fast Joe moving out to loot, holding this area between the casino and the motel is good. That sign is right in the way, so it prevents any camping from that spot. But ultimately, he's just trying to gain information right now, as far as I can tell. Still a significant amount of people left in Pecado. So it looks like he's going to want to move up to maybe to the hotel, maybe to the arena. I can't really tell what he's doing just yet. So we'll speed it up just a little bit. So he's getting pressure from the casino. Yeah, I think he spots him up there in the top right or top left of the little hole there. Yeah, you can see him for sure. He's also got footsteps behind him. You can hear that. Nice. Good use of the information given to you. Still peeking on that guy. Lands the headshot. Held that peek a little bit long. A headshot would have killed him there. Nice. I out-aimed the guy for sure. The other guy had to peek a little bit wider, which was good. But he held that angle a little bit long for my taste. What you'll see a lot of good players do is that as soon as they take damage, they'll shoot, receive, give damage, but as soon as they start taking return fires, they'll immediately retreat somewhere else and then reposition. But really, if that guy wants to take that aim battle, I think Blackshot kind of exhibited some confidence there and was like, yeah, I'll take this. I do that all the time too. Sometimes it gets me killed, but if you're confident in your aim and you want to take that fight, then go for it, I guess. Ooh. All right. Well, he took one in the teeth there. Let me go back there. I was kind of only half watching. All right. So he books across to the casino. Relatively cautious. Still, I mean, he's in good shape. I have no problem with him being aggressive on these presses here. He had no, like, this guy's just camping, I suppose. Like this, yeah, or he's just looting. Slowly looting is this guy. You can hear the footsteps. He hasn't moved at all. That guy potatoes. That guy potatoed and hit the and shot the craps table. So that was a lucky, like that. If any portion of that first shot hits him, he's dead there. So that's just a lucky break for our buddy Blackshot here. But that guy potatoed his first shot and got lucky. So got himself some loot here. A couple of kills so far. Doing well. He does have the ability to win Pecado here, but Pecado can be difficult to win because you'll have guys like, you know, acting very cautiously, lurking around, that kind of stuff. But for the most part, he's handled it well so far. You know, successful loot phase, got himself good gear. And he can hear those footsteps outside, so he's going to probably peek around here. I think it's Fast Joe that he heard. This is a common camping spot. So if you're up here, if you're in the casino, always check this spot. I got killed by a guy here once and I check it every single time now. All right, so peeking out, looking around, can't hear anything else. Those footsteps he hasn't heard any more of them as far as I can tell. So Mr. Agent is here, Agion. The red zone is probably clouding any other noise he would have heard. But he's focused pretty intently on the spot he last heard footsteps, which is that doorway. You can hear more now. See, he's camping to full effect. I think Mr. Agent might have heard some footsteps as well. Yeah, he just saw him. Gonna peek out right, maybe? You can hear him. Oh, all right. Another lucky trade. Not lucky, but a fortunate trade, I should say. Fortunate trade for him there. I think that I liked his little idea of peeking wide this way. I don't know how far he'd have to get out of cover to look at him. But that was a decent trade. The guy was surprised. I think he actually ended up shooting first, but missed his shots as well. So Blackshot, the recipient of some damage so far, but has come out on top in the 1-to-1 trades, which is all you can really hope for. So you'll hear that truck pull away and the shots. So I imagine his next step is going to be to go to the gas station. Yeah. He's going to probably go to the motel and then cross over to the gas station. You can hear that fight happening. Not sure if he knows where exactly, but he can hear the gunshots. Yeah, might have spotted Fast Joe there. Yeah, I think might have saw his gun. I'm not entirely sure, but he's aware that there's somebody up there. So he could probably press this ridge, or at least get to the gas station. I'm not sure if he's just trying to hold that long line of sight and wait for movement. he might not have heard specifically. I think, yeah, he saw Fast Joe there. Nice. Just one thing to consider. If you're in a situation where the guy is running towards cover that you're gonna like, you need to be able to land 4 or 5 shots on this guy to kill him, guaranteed. So if he's running towards cover, instead of giving away the fact that he's been spotted by only landing 1 or 2 shots, and I do this all the time, so this is not just my pontification, but really, if you can only land 1 or 2 guaranteed shots, just sneak over and reposition and allow him to get into a spot where you can take him out a little bit easier. That's something that I do all the time, is I'll take like pot shots at somebody hoping to take them out. But the 4X and the M16 or the M416 and the Scar is not as reliable as it used to be. So I would much rather get a little bit closer and make it a short to medium range engagement than getting only 1 or 2 taps and giving away the fact that he's been spotted. Because now this guy's going to be on high alert. So Blackshot's looking down the laneway to see if he's still at the fence, pushing way out of cover here as well. Not the worst thing ever. I do this as well. So that's something I've noticed in my own gameplay, is I have this tendency to try and elevate and get wide on where I last saw somebody. But you got to know that the guy's in the gas station. You just have to know that. So it looks like he's just choosing to disengage or reposition. I can't quite tell. He's kind of rotating this way to get, you know, a top-down look at the gas station, which I like. I mean, you want to get as much visual information as possible. The guy can only leave the gas if he's in the gas station. He can only leave this area, so he'll see him regardless of which way he exits this way, which is good. Okay. Not sure why he's throwing smoke grenades. I have no idea why he threw those smoke grenades. He can see him now. So roughly as good as I am with the 4 times and the 416. I see some of you saying that the smoke was possible bait, but the smoke is actually coming out of some of those grenades before they even hit the ground. So, not to mention, I know what you're saying. Like, the smoke grenade makes the same sound when it hits the ground as the regular grenade does. But yeah, he spent a lot of time doing this. The zone is going to change pretty quick here. He's in the new one, so it's not too big of a deal. But he doesn't have a lot of options for movement. If someone else comes up this ridge and shoots down onto him, he's in a bad spot. Well, not necessarily. I guess he's got this rock and other ridge here. So he's just spent a lot of time focusing on Fast Joe here, and Fast Joe is like oblivious as to what's going on. So there we go. So Black he finally finishes him off. Good kill. Sometimes that's how those situations just play out. So I'm not really faulting him for holding on to that kill for as long as he did. Trying to see where those shots are coming from. So it looks like Pimp Lurk was the guy who's shooting and just got flanked. He's still trying to. What he's doing is he's using the red dot zoom to try and get a macro view of where the shots could be coming from, and then using the 4X to zoom in and look around. But for right now, we'll just speed it up a little bit. So yeah, Out of the gate, I think this player is good. I think he's got some sound overall tactics. Good effort. Honky Donkey is just like flipping that. Oh, he killed himself. Honky Donkey ended up just killing himself there. I think he, actually, you know what? I'm interested to see exactly what he did. I'm pretty sure he ran himself over. Jumped out, I think. Yeah, and dead. I call that move the Anacoro. Good work, Honky Donkey. Another vehicle on the way. Jumps over the ridge. I think he's more interested in the car 98 he can hear. He can hear them fighting in Pecado, so he's just looking down the ridge. I'm surprised he's not going after that vehicle. It's right there in front of him. Oh, man, maybe he doesn't know he's there. So Toxinic just drove up and stopped. He's confused. He's like, where? The vehicle didn't drive away and there's no one there. Where is he? All right. So I do this too, but it's not a good idea to be jumping around in the open like that without any immediate source of escape. Like, he's got a vehicle over there he can use, but I like to do this when I have a vehicle, so we can hear Tub Life driving towards him. So I would back this off and then try and get into a spot where I could attack him. He keeps looking around. I'm not sure why. I think he's still really worried about that vehicle he heard pull up and then stop moving, and he hasn't seen a player since. Because he seems to be playing very passively now. So I think what's happened is this Toxinic guy pulled up behind him and then stopped, and now it's spooking him out because he's got no idea where that player is, and he doesn't want to make any more noise. So that's my initial thinking anyway, is that he just doesn't want to put any more info out there to draw someone near to him. Ooh, spooky. Another lucky, well, not lucky, another good reaction there. The guy gave him the headshot on that little ridge, and he reacted quite well. So that's the AK doing AK things, and Blackshot reacting well to a flank he didn't see coming, which is why I'm actually kind of surprised. Who threw that nade? Did Toxic throw that maybe? Yeah, Toxic threw that nade. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't go to investigate that second vehicle, because that one stopped nearby as well. So, I mean, that truck stopped right here, and he didn't seem to care. So I'm interested to know why he didn't go over to at least check it out, or if he just wasn't paying attention or what. But that guy got close enough to him to kill him, and he wasn't concerned about it at all. So just something to consider. If you hear a vehicle stop near you, got to assume the guy got out. Good reaction there. So he's got himself a nice level 3 helmet to replace his damaged level 2. Couple more meds. His attachments are probably getting better. But so far, so good. Relatively active through the early, mid, and now headed into the latter end of the mid game. The battle for outside Pecado continues. Pimp Lurk over there doing his thing. Lurking, pimping. So he's got the benefit of a bunch of dead bodies worth of loot now. He's got himself a level 3 vest, level 3 backpack, level 3 helmet. I'm not sure what kind of condition that vest is in. But that vest he might have just traded out from the guy he killed because he had one too. So I don't think he's got a sniper option other than the 4X on the M4. I don't think he's actually got a secondary weapon at all. So no secondary just yet, opting to use the M416 all by itself, which is fine. The M416 is the best gun in the game. At least the best world spawn available in the game. And if you can use it, then use it. Alright, so looking at the circle. Our hero is relatively far, but has enough time to get there. Still about 30 seconds to move. He's about halfway there already, so I'm not too worried about it. He should make it without any issue, but I suppose I'm wondering what his game plan is he might want to come in along this ridge right here, which is a common path for people to take, is just kind of come in down this way and use this bowl or the natural cover right here. I think this would be a good spot to kind of look at what's going on, but he's really got to get probably up around here to be highly effective in this area. I think this is a really good spot too. But he's got a long distance cover and it looks like he's going to have to go to the edge of the bowl the other direction just to get in. So this isn't bad, but it means that he's going to have to get in on the low ground if he wants to stay here. And that circle is already approaching. So yeah, it looks like he's going to come in on the low ground. I would have taken a little bit more time and come over there, but use that ridge as cover because you can move all the way along this way if you've got the time to get in. You can get in here and then just kind of reposition down this way. Because I don't think he's quite in yet. Nope, not yet. So I can see here that he's, you know, he's in the low ground and now he's out of cover. So I think he didn't give himself enough time. Because yeah, this is bad news. Now he's in the low ground, out of cover, people around him, buildings, that kind of stuff. Not great there. Not a good choice. Ooh, okay. That guy took like no damage from those shots. Oh, all right. So he's playing aggressively, but it's not really smart aggression right now. He's put enough info out that this guy in this building could potentially come to take a look at what's going on. And he's still standing in the open as well, so there's lots of info going out into the world from both him and everyone around him. But I would just reposition here a little bit. I would maybe want to come, take this house, clear it or something. I'm not too unhappy. It's just that he's so open on the back end. He's got all this high ground. If this Morpher's Pride guy wanted to come down here and check it out, then, you know, he's got the silencer, so that's great. But looks like he's going to do just that. So he waited a little bit long, but not a big deal. Nice kill. He's heard the AK shot in the building, but the zone's on the way. So he's being smart here. So he's getting ahead of the guy in the building, and now he's taking a good spot. This is what I like. This. Get up this hill. Oh, careful. Oh boy, did you see him? All right. Luckily, a sack of potatoes rolled down that hill right in front of him. Running with your gun away in the top 7, probably not wise. But I think he was just using that to maneuver. And now he does have the advantage to be in the zone looking down on the last guy that he heard back in that building. Ooh, proning out in the open. Not smart. But I guess, a necessity now. You can't. So I guess a good point to make is that one bad decision often leads to another. He's in fairly good cover. He's open to the ridge, which is bad. But running with your gun away and not looking to the edge of the zone when there's that many players alive leads to him now having to med in the open. This isn't the worst possible spot, except for this guy who I didn't notice before. So this guy's here as well. He would have heard those shots. So Blackshot's going to have to react to him as well. Heard the footstep. Oh my gosh. That's just... that's the benefit of coming across a player who's mismanaging his audio information there. But regardless, he sees power or infinite power down there. Gonna take some more shots. Infinite power took too long as well, and is now in a... Oh, the non-standard reload. Don't do that. You just threw away the potential for a kill. There you go. All right. You don't need to reload with 23 bullets left if you have a guy 4-shot like that. Just finish the kill and reload after. All right. So top 3, lots of space here. Looks like he's going to choose to come in on that second ridge, which I like. Moving generally in cover. Exploring. Like in the top 3, you've got no idea where anybody is. Like he's been shooting people on his side of the map for so long that he's got no frame of reference as to where anyone else is. So he's probably going to try and ride the zone in here, which is smart. Looking out to the zone to make sure that there's no one coming in late. He has seen the people he knows about and killed the people he knows about. But right now there's people potentially lurking in all these little crevices around Miramar. So he's just being careful to ride the zone in, which in the top 3 is probably smart because you have no idea who's coming in from where. So looking now to the right, he's in a low ground spot here. I would probably push up to that ridge because oh, there we go, perfect. So someone just chucked a nade. That's good info to have. Maxing his boost in the end game as well, also good behavior. He can hear those shots, so he's got to know that, all right, they can see each other. And this is the best position to be in, and I like the way he's reacting to it. He's taking the zone, and he's letting those guys battle. Because regardless of who wins, he's going to know from the kill feed and the gunshots where the last guy is. And that's the best possible position to be in the end game. He's getting tons of good info here. This is good for him. You can see him. Nice. Now it's a 1v1. You can see the other guy. Nice, dude. That's a really well handled end game. Really like that. So I'll run it back briefly there. So right away, this is the best way to win a game, and I feel so much better when this is the type of situation that's playing out. These two guys are shooting at each other. So let that play. All I can see is for this guy, all you're hearing is these two guys shoot each other. So you know where this guy is, you know where this guy is. You're looking at the kill feed to see who wins, and you're getting a ton of good information. So essentially, the way he pushed up in, like he can hear those shots coming out. So all he's got to do is just kind of run up this way. He's got the zone. He can see this is an open field in front of him. He's got this rock for cover. He made the right choice here and then ran up this way, and it plays out perfectly for him. He's actually able to, instead of getting just the final kill, he picks up 2. Because he's got the best possible spot on the map right now. And it's really good. A really good example of endgame positioning. Easy peasy. This guy's running from the nades that the other guy was throwing. Easy peasy. Nice. So a little shaky on some of the stuff. But overall, I think this player is good. Definitely above average. And I think that the way he managed the endgame was an excellent example of how you use information to your advantage. And yeah, I mean, my only critique is just some of the pathing, some of the information was kind of put to waste when those two cars were next to him, and he didn't really investigate any further. But overall, I think he did a good job of capitalizing on the stuff he did know about, and did so with just the one weapon. So overall, really good. So for now, I will open it up to the chat for questions. What do you do if you are the other people in this endgame situation? I feel myself getting circle screwed and having to run across the field. Well, that means you're not managing your position or your time effectively. If you're constantly getting circle screwed, it's because you're too close to the edge of the zone. And sometimes you get bad circle RNG. It happens all the time, especially in the early game. Like for me, I get pressured by the circle in the early game just because of the initial drop zone. You can't really manage time if you don't know what the circumstances are. But if you're like constantly getting circle screwed and running from the zone, it's because you're not managing your time effectively. You always have to have a goal. Like in this guy's case, like right now, he's about a minute in. He's still shooting at Chemsix over there. And, you know, he's not in cover. He's got people that he's got to recognize that right now people are pressing into the zone. So Morpher's Pride was stuck shooting at Kizzle over here doing something similar. So these guys are actually in very similar situations where he wants to take these guys, he wants to kill him, and he wants to get into the zone. But Kizzle's or Morpher's Pride is just shooting at whoever and is not managing his time effectively. So right now, if I was Morpher's Pride, I would already be up here, and I would have killed Blackshot. So if this guy manages his time a little bit more effectively and positioning a little bit more effectively, he comes over here and takes the spot that's more natural to him than even Blackshot's was. He kills everybody. He's got that Mark 14. He kills everybody. So, and he almost killed Blackshot anyway because of him just taking the natural path right now. But he's waited so long, like he has no opportunity to get to a position where he can deal with people that are doing exactly what Blackshot's doing, which is transitioning late. See, look how close that was to being a death. Like his gun was away. Morpher's Pride, if he's another 10 seconds earlier, he's got all this time and space to maneuver. So that's a really good example. Like that's not getting circle screwed. That's just bad time management. Blackshot should have died to Morpher's Pride. Like 9 times out of 10, Blackshot dies there. So you can follow me on Twitter at wtfmoses if you want to know when I'm going live with that. You can also follow me on Twitch if you aren't already, twitch.tv/wtfmoses. And subscribe to me on YouTube. So that's it today, guys. Thank you for hanging out for PUBG Dailies. And if you missed it, it'll be up on YouTube. Thank you for Blackshot for submitting a nice replay. Really nice after the first one where the guys just died to the zone. So yeah, that's it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.